this new dewy serum from Trader Joe's. I think it's supposed to be a dupe for something. I don't know what for. I've just been doing it because I feel like my skin needs a little extra moisture. Well, I've been putting it before my moisturizer because I think I've read somewhere that it should. Serums should go before your moisturizer, so that's why I'm doing this. I'm a little scared. I feel like it's absorbing all the moisture so quickly. I'm feeling a little dry this season. I put some extra eye cream this morning. Do my best to, I don't know, depuff. Do something with my with my eyes. Oh my gosh. What a night, what a day. I wish I could say it's because like I was partying up all night, you know, club, do. But no, last night I took magnesium supplements allegedly to help, you know, soothe my stomach, relax it, but it ends up really relaxing me, which I went online and allegedly it says that if you are, you know, more like high alert, anxious, sometimes the magnesium has that effect of immediate sedation because your body is like, oh, we're so relaxed, and then just shuts down. I don't know. Why is this thing struggling? Anyways, well, that's a lot. Is there such thing as a lot of sunscreen? I took my magnesium supplements. I was cozied up in bed. I had adjusted my bed to like the exact position, like, you know, elevated but not too elevated. My feet were elevated. I was essentially cocooned into my bed, and I was just like, oh, this is just, you know, amazing. I was having a good time. I was very cuddled in, and the temperatures haven't dropped a lot, and it was raining last night, so, you know, perfect ambiance, so cozy, so comfortable. And I knocked out, and I mean, I knocked out probably really quickly because of the magnesium supplements. And I don't even know what time it was. I was jolted awake. Like, I was like, just like swinging back and forth. We had an earthquake. I don't know why earthquakes recently, like most of them have been happening, like the ones that you can really feel have been happening around like when you're asleep, 1 a.m., 3 a.m., mostly like 1 and 3 a.m. So those have been earthquake golden hours as of recently. So 1 a.m. it is like swinging back and forth. And I grew up in San Francisco. I think like the most shocking part about an earthquake is that how long it takes you to realize there's an earthquake. So I remember waking up and I was like, why am I being jolted awake? Like it always reminds me like when I was a kid and my mom would get mad at me like, wake up, you know, you gotta go to school. So it kind of reminds me of that like shaky motion, not in a bad way, but like, you know, when someone's like trying to shake you awake, that's what it feels like. So I woke up and I was just staring into the ceiling. I was like, is that an earthquake? And I'm hearing the building shaking. And I'm feeling the bed swinging. And Becky sounds unconcerned. She's just like, just licking herself. And I'm just like, I think it's an earthquake. And I was like, I'm not getting up. I'm just going to wait it out. It'll pass eventually. It did take a little longer than I thought. This cup. The new ice that this machine makes is kind of interesting because it's not always nugget. Sometimes it's slush. I don't know if that's normal. It doesn't always do that. But anyways, I think I left my phone. I feel like my skin is sticky enough. Just I put in some primer and let it soak in to my skin. Despite me sitting in bed, I did have a little bit of concern for Becky, but I think I was mostly like staring at my dresser. Well, it was pretty dark, but I was like, I don't think there's anything around Becky that could fall on her, or else I would have gotten up or summoned her to come to bed with me. But she's very, I used to have, you know, pets that would react to earthquakes before they would happen or when they would happen. Like, you know, they get spooked a little bit, they like whine or things like that. But Becky has always been the type of dog that doesn't care or doesn't, I don't know if she doesn't sense it or she does sense it, but she's just like, you know, I'm a California girl, this is normal. Like, I don't know if that's like, you know, she's been in the Bay Area for so long that she's like, this is just what it's like to live here. Meanwhile, I'm like, an earthquake, but she's just like, meh, we're good. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready for work and I'll let that soak in. And I'm gonna go find my phone. I'm gonna play something. That's usually what I do in the mornings. I put on some sort of YouTube video while I do my makeup because I like doing my makeup. Do I have to do my makeup? No, but I do. And I like it. And do I have to do it the way that I do it? No, but I like it. So, excuse the angle. I am currently at my office in a phone booth. I wrapped up my meeting, which I knew was on calendar. Mistakes were on my side. One, I didn't realize it was from 10 to 12. I thought it was from 10 to 11, but 10 to 12. Good thing they reserved that much time because we did use up the whole time. Two, I didn't realize that the Google Calendar Meet had a note on it that said in person at X location, and I work at a place that has multiple locations and I am not at the location where the meeting was supposed to be. So I messaged my boss like, hey, I'll see you virtually. It was no big deal, but it was also because the other people in the meeting, except for one person who was not leading the meeting, were also remote, so it was fine. But that was on me for not reading the Google Calendar invite. I just put accept because I knew I had to be in the meeting, so you know, I was like, I'm not gonna read it. And yeah, it took the full time. I quickly ate right now because I got in the morning, barely had enough time, hopped on the meeting. Now it's lunchtime, had my lunch, and in about 34 minutes I have to do another meeting, this time like actual work, so for translation. It takes a lot of brain power. Now, I work as a paralegal, so I do paralegally stuff, but among the paralegally stuff that I have to do is translate between people and attorneys whenever it is necessary, and whenever whenever contractors can't be available, I hop in. But it's just, today's one of those days. I feel like I need caffeine. I think like the only good place around here without me having to like walk a bit, because I don't have time to like walk that far, is Starbucks. And I don't like Starbucks like that. Like I might have a gift card, but no, I don't know. But I also like the other coffee I could buy is Vietnamese coffee, and I don't think I need a Vietnamese coffee. I need somewhere between like Vietnamese coffee and Starbucks, like somewhere in the middle. I do not need to do Vietnamese coffee right now. It is, what day is it? It is Saturday. I got scissors and a box cutter in my hand. That probably wasn't safe. This also isn't safe. Anyways, I got the big boy AC that I got on, when did I get this? Tuesday. I got this on Tuesday. I specifically ordered it so that it would get here in time for essentially today and tomorrow, which sounds really silly considering how much, you know, ACs are, the fact that I spent that much money to just use it 2 days. But the thing here in the San Francisco Bay Area, we have been having these really weird weather patterns where it's been pretty hot for for like the Bay Area, San Francisco, for March. Like we literally were 70 degrees in San Francisco for quite a while, and then last week what was it? Was it Sunday? Last weekend it was pretty hot. It was like 80 something degrees, and then it dropped during the week and it rained for like 2 days, and then yesterday it went back up to like 71 maybe, and today we are supposed to hit 76 according to the forecast. Tomorrow's supposed to be 75, and then we drop again to 65. Actually no, we drop again to 62 degrees. So we just been riding a wave. It's been a wild ride. So I finally bit the bullet and bought an AC. I've been talking about this for years, even though I was aware that probably when I got it, it would be the end of whatever heat wave we were having. And so it is what it is, but at least I have it. And I mean, I don't know, considering that it was really hot in March, I'm like, it could actually be a very hot summer, like an actual summer, because also here in San Francisco, our summers are not until October. I grew up here in the city, so I am not adjusted to hot weather. I did live in Davis for like 6 years, but I mean, we had an AC everywhere we went. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead. I am going to set this up. I had been debating on where to set it up, but I think I'm gonna put it here in the living room because I do have some things I need to get done. I've just been putting off. I've been busy, unfortunately. It's been a couple of busy weeks in my life, and with the heat waves, I also have no energy to do anything. So I want to set this up before we get to the worst of it. The AC I got is from LG. It's a portable air conditioner. It's supposed to be able to take a medium room of 350 square feet, which my apartment is maybe like closer to 500 square feet. So this could heat up half of my apartment. I mean, not heat up, cool down half of my apartment. I always love how these things tell you that it requires 2 people, and I'm always like, Bet. Oh. I know I'm gonna need those instructions. Remote control. Oh, I'm an idiot. This is gonna be a pain to put in the recycling downstairs. So this is not as, I mean, it's big, not as big as I thought it was gonna be, which is good for me. Let's see. Definitely have no idea where I'm gonna put this so that it doesn't look ugly. And I can store it. That probably means I really need to clean up that walk-in closet. What I hate about this is I'm gonna have more packaging, and right now I don't even know how the trash cans are. But yeah, so the other thing is right now I think there's a neighbor that's moving out of the building, so I think the trash cans might be full if they start dumping things out. Some of the things that are in the basement might be their stuff that they dumped out. All right, I'll let you go so I can figure this out. So did try and get the AC out. Now, 2 people job. I'm taking it as 1 person job. I gotta read the instructions to figure out. It is starting to feel a little toasty. As you can see, the sun is coming in, which means this whole living room is about to become a greenhouse. I knew it. I'm gonna need a bigger one. Per usual, this would not be a Brenda blog if things didn't go incorrectly, because I do live in an older building. This building is from the 1920s, I believe. And so, and so, kind of shocking to me, unshockingly actually, is that the adjuster for the window does not fit because of the way the windows are. I'm not sure about the windows completely. I might be wrong, but I think they are original to the apartment. I do have one window that is brand new that is a fire, like an emergency window. I'm not gonna put the AC in that window because it is for emergency purposes. And you just never know, you know? This thing is harder to install than I thought. What am I doing wrong? So my windows are unconventionally, like, don't have whatever adjustment comes with these things. Also, being honest, these instructions are just so unhelpful. I'm like, this is my first AC. I've never had to do one of these before, so I have no idea, you know, how do these work? How do you install it? And those instructions are just so simplified in a bad way, in my opinion. I gotta figure out how to install that. But what I was trying to say before I was very distracted is that because of the way my windows are, let me see if I can show you. You see, it's not tall enough for it to go all the way to the top, which I saw that coming. I was like, I had this inkling that it was not going to be tall enough, which is fine. I can always buy an adapter. The issue is now that I'm seeing how the window is, that I don't know what adapter will work with this type of window. I gotta put this in there so I can try and figure out the next step. It is getting toasty. I should have done this much earlier in the morning. But I got this thing on here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close it up and do it. Aha! That's one way we can work around it. Okay. See, that was a risk because it's not properly installed. Luckily, no real damage happened. I'm okay. I think this is supposed to be for if you had a standard window, which I do not have. So what I am gonna do, that idea failed. That's fine. I think I need cardboard.
You hear that? It's installed.
The most innovative way of installing an AC. Oh my god, that looks so dumb. Maybe I'm hallucinating, but it feels so much cooler. It's so loud, but it's so much cooler in here. Ah, yes. We have an AC. We have an AC. I feel like I haven't really shown you much of what I've been up to today. Probably look crazy. I walked out like this. Anyways, I cleaned up my living room. And then I realized I made like a little, I'm not gonna even like film about it or go too much into it. I'm just trying my best not to spiral. Here's something that's like fun, but not really fun about my brain is that I am a perfectionist. And luckily I don't think it like goes into, sorry, that's my dryer. It doesn't go into like OCD or anything like that, but there are things that will trigger my brain into a spiral that doesn't trigger a normal brain. So any like if something gets scuffed, if something gets scratched, if there's anything that my brain sees as like permanent damage, it kind of sends me into a spiral, and that's what happened essentially. See, my brain is like on high alert. So, you know, like I have some holes in my wall that I patched up in my hallway, and I've gotten used to them, but when they first happened, it just led into this really dumb spiral. And luckily back then I had like a therapist that would walk me through. Did try to go back to therapy, and I kind of was like I think maybe this might be delusional, but I think I can handle this better than I did a couple years before when I had no therapy, no one to talk me through how I should be thinking things, because it's like really hard to explain. But for whatever reason, when something like that happens, like let's say there was, hopefully not, but like a giant scratch on one of my appliances that I did by accident. I dropped something and it scratched it. Could be sending me in for like a while just loop of self-blame, of like, oh my gosh, this is no longer perfect. How can I make it perfect? How can I fix it? And I'll be in that loop of this isn't perfect. I need to fix it. I need to fix it. Oh my gosh, I need to fix. And then like it could literally be like a scratch this big, and my brain's just like, this is the biggest problem and you should be obsessing over it because of like, and it just brings so much stuff. And then like obviously it like surfaces some old wounds of like right now while I was walking Chubeki, I was like, I kind of like, I really wish that I had someone that would tell me it's gonna be okay, because it is gonna be okay, but my brain is struggling to think like it's fine. Like, yes, this happened. We can't fix it, but we can do something to make it better. But my brain is just jumping over the we can't fix it and just like spiraling. I'm so sorry for that long rant featuring my machine. My head started hurting, so now I have a headache. But I was walking back with Chubeki, and there's this new vendor, like, you know, person that's just selling things, not an actual store or anything like that. But recently I learned there's somebody who's selling Mexican bread. And I live in an area that I'm not close to any sort of Mexican stores. I would have to go back to the neighborhood I grew up in, which would be the Mission. For the best bread, I would have to go back to 24th Street and York. Is it right before Bryan? Is right before Bryan Street, I believe. Growing up, my mom would always get her bread there. But that is a little bit quite far away from me. And so one of the stores around here, one of the corner stores, has some sort of like agreement with one of the bakeries in the Mission, and they bring their bread. Not my favorite bread. So I bought some bread from these people. I don't even know what I brought, but the guy said it was freshly baked this morning. So I bought this. It just looks like I'm pretty sure it was kind of pricey. And then I bought 2 conchas because I love conchas. And they feel very nice. I'm gonna have a piece. I deserve it. You can tell. You can tell these are homemade. I always go to that corner store to buy the bread, and I try to go whenever their shipment comes in. But usually their conchas are kind of dry by the time I buy them. You can tell these are freshly made, and it's a new thing. I just saw them out there like 3 weeks ago. I didn't ask if they take any other form than cash, but I'm assuming it's cash only. So that reminds me that I should probably take out some cash. So I am supposed to, it is first of all, it is Sunday, and it is Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to those who celebrate. I personally, I'm not religious. I was raised Catholic. My whole family's Catholic, so at some point I did celebrate Easter with my family. I also feel like my family, as the kids started getting older, they stopped doing Easter, and it's mostly because for my family, like I didn't even know Easter was like this this level of celebration, because my family was more like you would go to the park together, do like a picnic or something, and hide the eggs, around the park. Very traumatizing though. That's when my baby cousin found her first real egg. We didn't know people had used real eggs because our family was always a fake egg with candies inside. It was a whole tantrum that she threw, rightfully so, because cracking into a real egg that is not boiled for a child can be like, ah. So I do remember that one time we did at the park. And then from there, my family mostly would do at our house, do like a Easter hunt and just do it with family. So I do have memories from that time. I am meeting today with a coworker to just spend another Sunday together, and try out this restaurant called Mil Amores, which is in the Mission, around the area where I grew up. So I feel really weird that I'm going to be taking the bus I used to take as a child to go to the neighborhood that I grew up in and just hang out over there. I am probably not going to wear a sweater because today is supposed to be like 70 something, and the Mission's microclimate is one of the hottest. So I think yesterday, while my neighborhood was like 79, I think the Mission was at 82, 83. So microclimates in San Francisco are so much fun.
Give us 1 minute to cover a few riding tips. This experience may feel futuristic, but the need to buckle up is the same as always. So keep your seatbelt fastened, please.
We can buckle up.
If you're traveling with little ones or expecting, please see the seatback card for more information.
Oh, somebody sued.
All the driving, so please don't touch the steering wheel or pedals during.
Someone touched the steering wheel and pedals.
Use interior cameras. Check on riders, improve our products.
Someone's been doing some nasty stuff in this Waymo.
When you're connected to rider support. So sing your heart out.
Somebody's been doing some nasty stuff in
You can
Waymo.
also use the app or passenger side.
Alright, so as you can see, I am not on public transportation. I did exactly what I said I shouldn't do because the bus takes forever to come by. I missed my bus. According to Googs, when I was Googling, it said that the bus passed at like 10:20. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't take me that long to walk out there. I calculated exactly how much time it would take me to get out there with like maybe a minute or two to spare. I am about to exit when I see that the bus actually would be passing earlier than that time. So technically the bus was at the bus stop and I was still at my apartment. So here we are in a Waymo. Well, at least I get to karaoke in here. That's the fun part, you know?